I got kicked right out. Ain't that crazy?
Oh my
I
god.
got kicked out real quick of my own show. You son of a bitch of a computer. Ain't that crazy? Anyway, thank you guys for being here, man. I was gonna start off as a solo spot, but oh F it. Anyway, thank you guys for being in here. It's 1-6 Scale Man proudly presents, you know what it is, Collective Lounge International every Sunday, Sunday Fun Day. So glad to actually have you guys here. And as you can see, full panel of individuals, all my bros, everybody here ready to talk shop. And there is a lot to cover today. We got uh the controversial fake Affleck that I watched Focus. Ooh, fake Affleck to talk about, so definitely that's going to be on the docket. We also have the reveal and the release of the Bespin Luke. So we're going to definitely talk about that. And also thoughts on across the board on people who had a chance to see Into the Spider-Verse and what they thought about it. It's going to be a non-spoiler discussion, so I'm not going to spoil anything, but we are going to talk about it across the board just to see what people felt, what you thought about it. I know how I thought about it. Could it possibly be one of the greatest comic book movies of all time? But we will basically talk about that. One of which, one of us got a chance to see it early, so he's been sitting on it for a minute. Sorry. Yeah, he's been sitting on the experience for a minute, like ready to talk about it. But we're gonna definitely dive into it and have this conversation because it does grant a lot of discussion. But yes, there is a lot, and also we got that preview of that Gandalf. I guess that's going to be shipping soon. We got the final production photos. So it's going to be interesting to talk about that and what we can expect on the future. Again, title of it is, it's the money season. So yes, it's a lot that's actually dropping. Again, curation is in order. For a lot of us on this panel, it doesn't really matter because we curate a certain way, so we don't have to worry about all this ish dropping. But for some who are getting pretty much everything, I hope you're ready because there's a lot coming. But anyway, we're gonna definitely dive into that. Dan, what's going on with you, bro? How you doing this morning, man?
Oh man, chilling. I woke up early today and feeling good. And yeah, I'm happy to talk about all this stuff with you guys, man. There's a lot of stuff, and I'm excited for most of it. So
yeah. Hell yeah, man. It's gonna be a hell of a discussion, man. I can't wait to talk about it. What's going on, low key? Calvin, what's going on with you, brother? So good to see you here in front of your collection, not in your truck, but you are actually in front of your collection, bro. That's surprising. What's going on with you, brother?
Today was a good day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Glad to hang out with the fellas and be able to wake up and just roll into the room and not have to worry about stressing. So happy to be here, y'all. Thanks for the invite.
So good to have you. And the one and only Cam's collection in the building. Cam, bro, I'm just gonna call you Movie Cam. The movie reviews, the human movie reviews, bro, because you get a chance to see these early. You kind of put us on, but for some of us who can't get through, you've been doing it. You the vet, so you know how to kind of weasel through this whole network, bro.
Yeah, man. I've been trying to pass out looks wherever I can find them, like Chris Paul out here. Bitching them left and right because I'm like
throwing dimes.
I'm like, if anybody can see him, I'm gonna send you a ticket and be like, hey, go. I don't live over there, but I got the ticket.
Go see that. Go see that.
But yeah, man, it's been cool, man. I haven't been on here in a while, man. Thank you for having me and keeping me on the docket. I appreciate it, bro. I would have raised my name by now, but man,
you always on the docket. We just gotta kind of like play it by ear,
right? Like, hey,
you know what I mean?
Like, yeah, man.
6 man off the bench. We gotta. Play.
I know. Yeah, call me Matt Barnes. That's what I feel like right now. Throwing hands.
Jesus. Sean Livingston, man.
He said Matt Barnes. Anyway, man, thanks for being here as always. And the one and only 1-6-figure Focus. What's going on with you, bro? We was just talking about before the show how some of us, mainly my ass, has to travel 2.5 hours to 3 hours just to get to a damn beach. But for you, you can walk 10 minutes down the road. Like, how's your day going, bro?
My day is going pretty damn good because I've said it before and I've said it again. in Ireland, the sun is something that we read about in books. And then when it does come out, our summer lasts about 3 days, but the sun has been shining for the last week, and this is a glorious country when the sun shines. So got up in the morning, went straight into the freezing cold water, woke me up, and got some nice breakfast, sat out in the back garden then and chilled out. So go mountain biking tomorrow. Can't complain. Things are good, man. Things are good. And I saw Spider-Verse yesterday, and it's a bloody good film.
Yeah, hell yeah. A lot to kind of digest there, bro. But I'm glad you enjoying your. It's the thing is, it's sunny here, Shane. But again, if I want to go to a beach, so we got like what we call like our reservoir. So we got the riverfront. Now they got an artificial beach that they created here. So what they did was they brought sand and created a small ass beach. And I'm like, okay. This doesn't symbolize anything because it still doesn't give me the experience. It's not going to feel right when all I got to do is take 2 steps and it's concrete. So you know what I mean? It just does.
You need the waves, man. You need the waves.
You need the waves, bro. It's not like our beach. Like when we look across the street, I can see the city. Like, so I look across the little lake. Nah, it's not gonna work. So anyway,
I'll tell you one thing, just on no spoilers on Across the Multiverse. One thing that was 100% confirmed, not that it was ever a doubt, they're definitely Jordans. Just to be clear, it couldn't have been any more blatant. Like, but
He's like, "Are you wearing my Jordans?" Anyway,
get those customs.
Calvin got them. Calvin got.
Yeah, he sent me a picture too. I was like,
Calvin got the customs. Like I'm like, I was so pissed.
They're probably on his feet. Look, he about to pull him on his feet right now.
God, this is what I'm mad about. The first box came with the dope ass graphics for the actual movie. Right. I just got a random Nike box. I was like, this is it. No Spider-Verse, no special. The first box came with like the actual images from the movie. Like it said like Spider-Verse or whatever on it. This is just another Nike box. If I put it in my closet, it's just another Nike box.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, but come on now.
You got the little customs too, didn't you? You got the little customs.
You're talking about the 1/6 shoes. They're all talking about the actual Jordans.
Oh,
I got 2 or 3 pairs. So on his feet, I got the black and red version. So I got the breads on.
You got to slip me one there, Calvin.
You still want one of these? You still? You ain't.
I think I've given up on.
You're away.
I think I've given up one of those.
Straight up, man. So let me address the chat real quick, and then we'll kind of dive into some of it. We got Alvin J in the building. Thank you for being here. Benjamin E. Green is in the building. Lancelot Nerd Corner. Who else? We got Shiny in the building. We got Big Dog Pound 1, Ren's Talentino, Force Unleashed. We got Malika Mabane in the building. Thank you for being here, bro. Wingman 42, Ren's Talentino is in the building. Thank you for being here. William Owens. We got Blitz 0065 is in the building. Thank you for being here. Brandon Salad is in the building. Spice Runner is in the building. Ain't no hijacking the stream today, brother. Who else have we got here? We got let me see, Hell Beetles in the building. We got let's see here, Force Unleashed. Who else is in the building with us? We got Louis Labitz, as always. Thank you for being here, brother. Who else? We got Figurassic Park is in the building. Thank you for being here, bro, as always. Who else we got? Let's see here. AJ Agrusa, channel member AJ Agrusa is in the building. Thank you for being here. We got Machiavelli the Don. We got Appetite for Collectibles is in here. Thank you for being here, lady. So good to see you. Can't wait to get you back on the show, as always. So whenever you want to be here, definitely let me know and we will get you back. But yeah, man, we got a lot to cover, a lot to talk about today. First off the docket, though, we're going to talk about this because, again, now, mind you, there were some updates and somebody did put like, yo, remember what they said, like all pending licensing and stuff like that. But in the meantime, I mean, I'm saying, so here's my thing, right? What we got basically from the I think from the trailers, we seen a preview of this character. We seen like the slimmed down version. The suit looked slim, didn't look too bulky. And we can all honestly say that it was one of the most anticipated suits from the trailer, ones that we were like, yo, I gotta have it, it's dope. And even aesthetically, while I see it, it looks dope. But then when we got the actual figure, it's like it always starts with the head sculpt first. Now, mind you, we can't see the head sculpt, we can only see visually just the jawline, you know, the lower half of his face. So we see that. Looking at it, it's like, okay, where is Ben Affleck? It looks like his stunt double. A lot of people were basically saying, they were saying it looks like somebody that's completely different. I don't know who it is. And then on top of that, it looks too bulky. Like he looks like a chunky boy, man. I don't know what they were doing with it. And the thing is, as most anticipated as it was, it seems to like have changed a lot of tunes where a lot of people aren't really into it. Dan, what are your thoughts on this piece, bro?
Man, where do I start? I mean, look, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get it. Like, no matter what. Like, I know they're gonna. I have like replacement, you know, faceplates for this, so it's not a big deal to me. As much as I'm about to complain about this, like I still think it's great and I'm gonna get it. But yeah, the head sculpt, I mean the faceplates, it's definitely not Ben Affleck. I think it's gotta be, it has to be something that with the license for his likeness, because there's no way they messed this up this bad. There's just no way, because they literally just did a reissue and that one looks just like Ben Affleck, just like before, of the tactical suit. So with this, like it has to be something with that. It's just it's very weird. I know like a lot of people are kind of like up in arms about it, just talking a lot of shit, and I think it's fair. I think it's definitely fair. And like, yes, he looks a little too big around the waist, like you know, width wise. You know, I don't know what's going on with that. It could just be the suit, whatever. But I think the suit looks great, and you know, for the most part, I do like how the head sculpt is a separate piece from the neck now, so you can like actually turn his head, because in the movies he does actually turn his head, unlike most other Batman. So I think that's pretty cool, because there's been a lot of customizers out there who've created cows like Unreal, who created cows like this to have a separate head, so you can actually turn and do whatever. I think that's cool that they've actually implemented this, so you don't have to go down the custom route, but this is you're still gonna have to go custom somewhere for those mouth plates, unless they actually get his likeness, which who knows. But I do wish the blue was a bit brighter on the cape, at least. The cowl looks a little dark in some you know, lighting shots, but it also kind of reminds me of like that Hush type of color vibe. So in the trailer it's like sunny out and whatever, and obviously this is you know, the pictures of the figure in the studio somewhere and all that, so it's hard to tell until we get this in hand. But my god damn, that bat cycle is insane to me. I think it looks incredible. I think it's a great release. It's a bit expensive for not having the likeness of Ben Affleck, in my opinion, but all in all, like, as much as anyone complains about it, me personally, I'm gonna get this. And it's definitely not for everybody, man. I totally understand all the gripes, because it does look wonky. It ain't Ben Affleck, and but I'm excited to get the suit at least, and the bat cycle. So I think it looks great. I just man, I hope they actually get his likeness, man.
I hope they get the likeness, and I hope they kind of slim him down a tad bit. I don't think they will. You know, it is what it is, but I wish they would. I wish they would kind of tone it down just a little bit, bro, because I think it is bulky. Like, it is like a bulky, and then, but I guess, like I said, this suit has been built strictly for the cycle itself as well. Like, so it will have a tad bit of the right articulation needed. So, I mean, it is what it is. We'll definitely see how it goes. Calvin, what's your thoughts on this piece, bro?
That's not my Batman. That's what I think. I've got 1, 2, 3 Affleck versions, and possibly looking for a fourth with a Suicide Squad version. And this ain't him. When it comes to this release, I'm really looking forward to that bike, though. That's what's got my attention. That bike looks fire. So even if I got to grab that bike and just throw that in the collection somewhere, I don't think I'll, unless they do something drastically different, I don't think I'll pick this one up. I don't even necessarily like the aesthetics of the suit with all the extra buckles and things. So it really hasn't caught my. Now, granted, I want to wait till I watch the movie because I can see the movie and be like, that shit was dope. So who knows? But as of now, that bike's what's got my attention.
The bike, more so impressed with the bike and the aesthetics of the event. I got you.
Correct.
I get you.
What how they put it? The articulated flaps.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to promote.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like Dan was saying, I wish it was a bit more vibrant navy, like the blue on it was a bit more vibrant. But then again, like I said, I mean, it is one of those situations where it's a wait and see type of situation. You know, it could change up. They could modify it, or it could just be the pictures or the photo itself that doesn't really accent the blue the way it is. But then I did see, like, for instance, MRC took some photos. There were a couple of other people who took photos at Secret Base, and I got a chance to see the colors. It was a bit more, you know, present in those photos, but still not bright enough. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes going down the line. Shane, your video was hilarious. But anyway, what you think about this, bro?
I was hoping you were gonna do the voice, man.
Who the fuck is that guy? Sorry, you're gonna have to. I don't think you'll get copyright strike for that, but sorry if you have to mute that bit out. Look, you know, I gotta see the movie first. This movie could be the greatest thing since sliced bread. It could be mind blowing. People might be talking about it in 30 years.
Yeah.
When I was in the cinema yesterday watching Across the Spider-Verse, I was thinking, this is an amazing piece of art. People they tore up the playbook with this one. People will be talking about this in 5 years, 10 years. They might even be talking about it in 30 years' time. And I don't think that's recency bias. They just did things. They went their own direction, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Maybe Flash ends up like that, but either way, I'm beginning to think that I might get through this entire movie and not pick up anything. Like Keaton is the big threat. But I think, like, why do you love Keaton so much? It's because of 89 and 92, and I got the 89 on pre-order. So I could possibly go, you know what? I could appreciate that he's back and appreciate the fan service, but I might not necessarily have to pick up that amazing head sculpt, and I do think that's it's a beautiful piece. However, when I saw the trailer and I saw this scene, there was some sort of a version of the bat, I think, something flying behind him. I only watched the trailer once or twice because I didn't want to dissect it, but I did notice the grey and the blue cowl and the blue cape, but it was more vibrant. But it had my attention, and that bike is an absolute weapon. The best thing about this announcement is that bike. It's like it's a science fiction bat bike. Like, you could put that into something like Edge of Tomorrow, or I know The Matrix, or something Blade Runner. It would probably work. And I still think the bike is beautiful here at the start of the show. When I first saw this, though, I was thinking this is either a terrible, terrible spoiler or a very poor head sculpt. But let's be honest, with the Tony Stank, as bad as it was, you could still see a bit of Robert Downey Jr. in it.
Yeah.
With the Ant-Man, as bad as it was, you could still see a little bit of Paul Rudd in it. Like, it was, you know. But with this, I don't see Keaton in this. I don't see Ben Affleck in this. I heard a stunt double confirmed it. I don't know if it's a licensing thing. But it really did kind of go, okay, this is not going to scratch my itch if I want to get a version of the blue and grey Batman. Now, I have heard other people say, okay, you're not the biggest Batman fan. Why not buy it just for the blue and grey representation? If I wanted that, I'd go find one of my favourite comics that has him in the blue and grey, and I'd get a statue or a 6-scale version of it, direct lift from the comic book. This is neither here nor there. It's too distant for the comic, and it's too different from the actual movie because it's not the actor. Unless, of course, then that we're going to watch it, and for some reason this guy is actually, it's supposed to look like him. But I've heard people in multiple different streams pop in and say, hey, I've seen the movie. This is actually meant to be Batfleck, and it's not Batfleck. So, yeah, it's going to be a pass for me. And unless I love the movie, and maybe they go and they update these faceplates and make it look like Ben Affleck, and then maybe, who knows. Does anyone else see the thing that the cowl and the cape are very dark? Is that just me? It looked a lot bluer in the trailer.
They do. They do. You know.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I've zero bad to say about the bike though. I think the bike is an absolute weapon.
Okay, this is the blue that I want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There you go.
Is that the Frank Miller version? That's not the Frank Miller version. Is it?
So basically, this is the blue that I want.
Right.
And that's the blue that I thought we were going to get, the blue and gray. Now, this is the figure, like literally, that I wanted, the representation that I was hoping that we would get close to at least. But this is the blue that I'm so used to seeing, the blue that I would actually want. And as long as I have this and I look at the one that we have, I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? And this would have been the suit that I would have loved. I'm like, yo, if you're going to send him out, this would have been the best way to send him out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With this, you know what I mean? I love this, bro. I definitely love this piece. Cam, what are your thoughts about, you know, what we actually see? And, you know, when you saw this piece, man, what were your thoughts on it?
I mean, of course I don't collect DC. So for me, I was like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really like dive in and look in too much for the detail. But once I started hearing people talk about the faceplate, I was like, oh yeah, I'm starting to notice the difference in it. It doesn't really resemble Ben Affleck too much. But as we know, this representation of this suit is from Zack Snyderverse, which he adapted from Frank Miller's version of Dark Knight Returns comic, right? So it seems like they kind of try to combine that very first suit from Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2, but they didn't add enough blue. I feel like everybody else, I feel like the vibrant blue was kind of missing in this. It definitely would have popped on the screen, and like you said, sending him out, being Ben Affleck's last film, would have been cool to see him even with the yellow symbol in the middle of his chest too. Which is like very comic accurate, I think. This one looked more like the armored suit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it looks more, and that's my thing. Like when we think about Frank Miller,
both
versions, even Part 1 and Part 2, even though the suit was slightly different, it wasn't armorized and the color stayed the same.
Yeah, exactly.
It didn't change that color pattern.
Right.
It was still the same. You know what I mean? It was just representation. It was just artistically upgraded in a sense. But that was it. You know what I mean? So this, again, because it is their own interpretation, and they are basically taking some of the interpretation from Zack Snyder. But even with that basically being said, the version that we got on film, from what we see so far, it was still better than this.
Yeah,
you know
for sure. Definitely.
He was slim. Like it was more, because the thing is, of course, they had to create that level of articulation and believability, because I mean, it make it more believable. He was flying through the damn sky, bro. We got a chance to see that. Really, really agile. Like the way he was kind of like skiing on concrete, you know what I mean? So we got a chance to see stuff like that. It's like, this isn't, for me, it's not believable. The bike is the price of admission. If you actually have, like, because even I'm hoping, to be quite honest, bro, even like the tactical suit, it looks more defined. It looks better in my eye than this.
This is like knee pads for baseball. Bro. Like he just put on like some knee pads, and you can even, I mean, the visibility of the pads. So it's, there you go. Yeah, hockey pads, right? Even so, I don't know, man. I mean, but he does look a lot heavier, especially like in the lower half. Like the boy look thick. And then also the fact that like I mean, I always had a gripe with the Snyder version of the cow, because it reminded me more of Owlman from the Watchmen than anything. So like I'm like, hey, is that Owlman but not brown? Yeah. And then it's like, no, it's Batman. I'm like, oh, all right. I need pointier ears. I'm sorry, that's just me. Yeah.
I do think
the bike y'all said though, for sure. Like
I do think I wish that the producers for this movie would have just gave us the BVS batsuit that was just blue and gray, gray, yellow. Yeah, that would have been fucking perfect. Yeah. But
bro, and
man,
they gave us this.
That's a great point.
Yes,
that would have been beautiful.
That BVS suit.
Yeah, like that was like the closest to the Dark Knight Returns. He was beefy. The suit looked like it was fabric, even though there was armor plating in it. Like it just looked. That was peak Ben Affleck Batman BVS, I think.
And do you know what Lael just showed there, the comic book accurate one, and you see, like you say, his chest and his abs and stuff like that. He's clearly ripped. Well, if you watch the training sequence in Batman versus Superman, when there's a little kind of like 30-second CrossFit section of him getting jacked so he can carry the extra weight. Yeah. Ben Affleck is a bloody tank. He probably wouldn't need the muscle suit. You know what I mean? So, just on this, like, if I go watch the movie and it blows my mind, and they come back and they get the rights for Ben Affleck and the cowl, and they just make that cowl and cape look a little bit more screen accurate, a little bluer, I could be coming back on, you know what? Change my mind. As Mario says, I have the right to change my mind.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it does. And they did, and mind you, this does say like it is potential for it to change.
Yeah, pending licensor approval.
Yeah, because I guess they put this out before they actually got the licensing approval. But I would much rather you just wait.
Yeah. So,
you know what I mean?
So do you think the stunt double is there going, don't do it, Ben?
He's like, yes, yes, finally.
6-scale famous.
Oh, shit.
Bro, it's highly possible, bro. It's definitely highly possible, because when somebody has said, and it was crazy, somebody has said he looks like what's the actor's the name? What is it? The actor who played the Phantom. He played the in the movie Phantom, and he was also in he was in Phantom, and he was also
in Titanic, right? He was a bad guy in Titanic.
Yeah, he was a bad guy in Titanic.
Billy Zane.
Yeah, Zane. Yeah, it was like that's how he looks right now. It's like, wow, like literally, like they was like, yo, that looks like him in the suit, and I was like, you know what? Damn, I can see it. Like I can literally see it now that I'm looking at it.
There was one of the shots. There was one of the shots with the cowl. If you flick through, it's one of the close-up ones, and I see Colin Farrell's penguin. I know that sounds ridiculous.
Somebody else said that.
There was one shot. I was like, I don't know, man.
Bro, somebody else actually said that they saw this. I think it was this one. Was it one of these?
I think it might have been the third one, possibly, or the middle one. I think. The middle one, I kind of see it.
The middle one,
El Bata Alada.
It does kind of look like Penguin. Damn you, Shane.
Now listen, man. My fingers crossed that they're going to go. Don't worry, you're going to see one of those updates. We got the license. No more El Bata Alada.
He came back. He's back.
If they did that, that would be a multiversal trick, bro. Like, like straight up, the Penguin is in the Flash. But nah, I mean, again, anything is subject to change, and we know that. We know that, once licensing kicks in, they could change and ramp everything up. Billy Zane, yeah, thank you, Benjamin. Billy Zane. But yeah, they can definitely change it up. Thanks, Docinator, as well, my bro. But yeah, we just got to kind of wait and see, because the thing is, I'm talking shit now, but I will probably be one of the ones to get this piece when it drops.
That's what I said immediately.
You know what I mean?
I know I'm talking shit. I'm gonna get it.
That's like I'm talking shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Everybody out there, let me know what y'all think. If you're gonna get it in hand, we'll definitely see how that goes. But I tell you what, I am getting in hand. And plain and simple. That's just without question at all. I will actually have this in hand, and of course, it is the Bespin Luke that was released last week, and we finally get a chance to actually see it. Again, as much as I definitely am going to have it. I did think it was just basically a little on the clean side, especially for Bespin, and his confrontation with Vader. But at the same time, still, I know a lot of people were comparing it to like the DX07. I was as well, just suit wise, how darker the other suit was, how it looked. But again, it's all things up for debate. But I still think this actually looks good. Shane, are you getting this in hand, bro?
It's on the way, man.
Yeah,
it is on the way. This here, I missed out on the DX07.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the most iconic Luke looks from the best Star Wars movie, from one of the most iconic scenes. This is where he's going in to meet Vader for the first time. He thinks he can take him, but he's so wrong. Yeah. Okay, call a spade a spade. Even though I'm getting this, it isn't perfect. Just exactly what you said there. He is very clean looking. I think the suit on the DX07, and I'm not even talking about the battle damage one, I think the regular one is still more weathered and stressed than this. Yeah. And that's what they probably needed to do on this. I've heard people say if they wanted to have it this clean, they should have marketed it as Dagobah Luke, because the cleanest he probably is right before he got out of the X-Wing and jumped into the swamp, and I totally get that. I don't think Yoda has the same dry cleaners that the Tusken Raiders from The Mandalorian has. So this here, it just needs a little bit more weathering. Is it a deal breaker? No. Am I going to go post it to someone and get someone to weather it or weather myself? No. But look, this is en route. I think that this hairpiece is better than the kind of wet look that's supposed to be sweaty and draping down over his face. I think they've done a better job at capturing the kind of realism on the sculpt here. I think the head sculpt is stronger than the DX07, but I think the weathering on the suit is better on the DX07 than this. Yeah, I've got this coming, and I got a CCFL, and the advantage of getting a CCFL for this is because I can always swap it over and put it onto Snowspeeder Luke as well. I'm not getting a CCFL for both of them. I'm boxing clever here, you know what I mean? So, and the base on this, I went for the regular because I don't need that Dagobah base, and even though the Vader head with the Luke head sculpt is a really cool accessory, I said I'm saving the $60. I'm getting the regular. The base I want is that light up one. You know me, I don't really use bases. I'm using this one because it's environmental. It's actually looks like it's, it serves a purpose. It's not just a sand base or basically a rectangle. You got to plug this in and have them stand on this with a CCFL. Rock and roll, man. This is what you want. This is awesome. Yeah, triple thread all the way.
Hell yeah, bro. And what I decided to do, because like I said, I was examining the suit, and I was like, the go-to for a lot of people would be to recreate the scene from Bespin between him and Vader. What I decided to do was, just because I already have Empire Vader, and I've created like a really darker diorama for Bespin, and I want to kind of recreate that cave scene where visually you see Vader walking through, he's lit up, and just have the back of Luke, with the blade. With the saber. And I'm going to kind of recreate that scene because it makes the most sense aesthetically, the way the suit is and how clean it is. It makes more sense to do it and take the interpretation from Dagobah. If I want to get a second suit and just kind of give it that battle damage look, like you said, Shane, do you want to do that? Do you think it's necessarily? No, I don't really think I have to. I have an interpretation of the Bespin Luke, coming, so I'll just kind of rock with that one. But I do think it was a missed opportunity for them to actually give us a more accurate interpretation from both Bespin and Dagobah. They could have actually done that, but still, it is what it is. And I agree, like the sweaty wet look. The other look looks better than the sweaty wet look, but it still looks good all in all. And I can't wait to have it. I know, Dan,
Leo, the community was crying out for this for years. Let's be real. Yep. Crying out for where's Bespin Luke? Where's Ben? Yep. It was this was the before the reissue of Mark 46. This was the original kind of like Bespin Luke, Bespin Luke. Yep. And now we got one, and for me, it's original trilogy. I'm not going to pass on that. But I am. The risk is you got Comic-Con around the corner. You already know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, bro.
You already know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, bro.
An easy exclusive. What am I going to say?
Bro. Yeah, bro.
Easy. They're going to weather it up.
Yep. Exactly. So. It's definitely an easy exclusive to get. So it's just one of those situations where we got to kind of wait and see what they decide to do, if it is something that they're going to do in general. So I don't know. That definitely is like always in the back of your mind on what you actually would think. Calvin, before I get to Dan, Calvin, are you going to get this piece? Is this one that you actually have on order, bro?
I'm eyeing it. I have not ordered yet. I've been eyeing it for some time. So I'm just let that blue screen hit and I'll probably jump on it. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm just sitting back in the weeds right now, but he looks phenomenal.
Got you, bro. It does. It's super dope. Definitely one I was anticipating, and I'm so glad that I'll have a chance to get it in hand. Finally. Now they know what they got to do next. Give us that Bespin Han, but that's just another story for another time. Dan, this piece right here, brother. Are you getting this in?
Yeah, man. I got this on the way too. Yeah, I'm excited for this, man. I like you guys. I missed out on the DX07. Dre actually has a DX07, so he has that one, bastard. But yeah, no, this is sick, man. I really like it. I don't really care for it being like super clean. I think it's fine. Like I don't see. I know it's a big deal for some people, but I think it looks great. It is what it is. I could definitely do some weathering myself if I really wanted to, but
yeah,
I think it looks great, man. Like that shot right there, the one previous right now, that one, beautiful. Oh my God. That's fantastic. I love the way it looks. I love how the light, I mean, the base lights up. It's just, it's a great figure, man. I did order the deluxe, but then when I saw the base, I was like, damn, I kind of regretted getting the base. Like after I
supposedly you get both with this.
You do get both. So from what I heard, the box is enormous for this. So I can see why, because they do throw in both bases, and that's cool. That's cool on Hot Toys because they usually don't do that shit. So yeah, I'm excited for this though, man. There's not much else I can say besides it looks great. I can't wait to have it in hand, and I can finally put him next to my Empire Vader, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a plan, man. Did anyone see the I started watching the MRC unboxing review and then I got sidetracked, so I didn't go back to it. But when he was unboxing and ending on the back of this Bespin base, he I think there's 2 switches. Like, so did anyone catch that?
I didn't catch
maybe
that.
So I just gotta go back and watch, because I thought this would just be like one switch.
It might be one for the
underneath
base and then one for the actual lantern piece that's there as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. That probably makes the most sense.
It could be 2 like spaces for that. It is
makes sense.
Yeah, definitely something that you want to kind of take a look at and see, if they'll do something like that. So it's definitely going to be interesting.
No, my ass ain't getting it. Come on now. I do got the Luke Skywalker upstairs. I got the DX Mandalorian Luke. That's just for review. Okay, that's it. That's just commercial purposes only. But this looks good. Looks really good. Like you guys said, I feel like if they would have had a little bit more of that sweaty Betty weathering outfit on a little bit more, it would have been, a little better. But just to give you a different suit, that'd been a cool option too. But it looks good. I'm happy for you guys. Great job. Great job, everybody. Great job.
Great job, everybody. I mean, again, bro, like I said, there's so many things that there's so many figures from the line itself. We got this, we got Bespin Leia as well. It's Hoth and Bespin. Yeah, there's Hoth and we got Bespin Leia. We got Lando. We don't necessarily have, and it would have been dope if they would have gave us a Chewie with, C-3PO and parts on the back of him. That would be dope. If they gave us a Bespin Han, there's opportunities there, but I don't know. Of course, we know that it was just recently that they renewed the licensing for Harrison Ford. And I guess supposedly we're supposed to be getting figures from Indiana Jones. That's the rumor. Haven't seen anything yet. Haven't talked about it yet. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But I even know it's like, 40th anniversary for Empire is already passed. It's never too late. But at the same time, I think that ship has already sailed now. You know what I mean? In my opinion. And if they were going to do it, they would have did it a while ago, but it is what it is. But I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, this one right here is definitely one to get, especially if you didn't get a chance to get the DX07. And you can still get the DX07, but you're going to be paying a pretty penny for it. You know what I mean? So this would be the alternative. No, you're not getting 2 figures. No, you're not getting the nice little diorama base or, the accessories that you got with the DX07. but this is definitely a good stand-in, something that you could actually have. So I can see people actually jumping on board, getting this. And it would definitely be a piece that you want to have in your collection. 103 people in here. Make sure you hit that like button here. So glad to have you guys.
A question: Does this figure come with the nub? Do it come with the nub?
No. You got to create your own nub.
You know what? All right, never mind. I'm done. Right.
You got to create your own nub, and that's what I'm
create your own. So I gotta pull off the wrist.
This
peg.
is pre-nub.
Throw a piece of plaster on the wrist peg and paint it red, and then we got a nub. Okay.
Yeah, and they don't give us that. They don't give us
pre-nub.
Yeah, the pre-nub, bro. They don't give us like that little, because remember, like when he was on the Falcon, they gave him that little medical device that was placed around his arm too to kind of help. You know,
you didn't get that either. You didn't get that.
No, you don't get that either. You don't get
so
that.
This is like you said, pre-nub. So this is before he got his ass whooped.
Before he got his ass whooped, because
preparing.
And the thing is, it wouldn't make sense for them to give us that because how clean this looks.
Yeah. He ain't got the cut or anything. I'm like, he
don't have that. But Dan, you already got like the blood anyway. You got that. You bought that, right?
What?
You got the blood that you got like blood.
Oh, a paint.
Yeah,
I do. So like I could add it in
if
I
you
really
wanted to. You can actually do something like that. So that's just an easy fix. But I mean, that's only if you wanted to, and it depends. Again, it depends on the person's interpretation. You know how they want to actually do it, how they want to depict their figure in a display. Again, you know, it's always up. But again, I'm happy that we finally got it. Shane, I knew when it dropped and they made the announcement that you were going to get it because again, you're strictly OT, so that made more sense. So yeah, it is what it is, bro. Anybody out there that's going to get their hands on this piece is out there finally. I know you're excited about it. So let's go. I can't wait to see photos. We've seen a few already. We've seen some reviews already. Once I get mine, I'll just be happy to put it in display and just rock with it. But next up though, we got a preview here from InArt. This is basically their display or their preview, or I guess this is basically the production photos of that Gandalf. Now, I'll just have to say right off the bat, I do love Lord of the Rings. I am a Lord of the Rings fan when it comes to the films and it comes to the lore and the books. I do not collect the figures because again, that's just something that I don't go down that line because again, that's just a rabbit hole I don't want to kind of get into because as a completionist, that means that you have another thing to add on to an already oversized collection of things that you love. So for me, you know, again, this is a sacrifice. But with that basically being said, it does not mean it doesn't look good because it definitely looks great. Cam, I'm going to stay with you on this one, bro. Now I know you're not going to get it, but what are your thoughts about this, bro?
Yeah, definitely not getting it. But it looks good. The attention to details with all these hair follicles is crazy to me. And time span, which kind of reflects why it costs so much, I guess, as well. I just always think about the maintenance on it, honestly. I mean, I'm guessing there is a process that InArt shows you, but I'm pretty sure you guys can contest with your Joker. You really haven't had to do too much, right, with the hair.
No.
But with this one being like longer hair and a beard, I'm not sure, like, do you think there would be more maintenance on it or just like it might come as is, just like intact?
Hope it comes with the brush.
Yeah. No pick. Don't pick it out because you're gonna be puffy beard. No, I mean it looks good though. Definitely not something that I am into, as we all know, but I'm excited for the people that are out there that are huge Lord of the Rings fans that definitely been looking for something like this to add to their collection. That might have missed out, I guess, for the sideshow version, I believe, right?
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of people because it's this, and you also have Aragorn. They're supposed to be Legolas.
Yeah.
You know, so they are going down that line.
I'm actually surprised they didn't introduce the God, what's his name? The dwarf.
Oh, you talking about
what's his name?
Frodo?
No, not Gimli. The Hobbit.
Oh, you talking about Gimli?
Gimli. Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't add him in, you know, the first line that they were gonna do, or whatever. But yes, he's less popular.
Apparently, they said they're supposed to be doing the Fellowship, but they just started with him and with Gandalf and Aragorn first. So I don't know. I mean, we can definitely, I can see us getting that. Shane, what are your thoughts on this piece, bro?
Yeah, one does not simply do the Fellowship and don't do Gimli. You gotta do Gimli.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What do I think? I think it looks good. I think it looks really good, actually. The done a good job on the rooted hair, done a good job on the beard, done a good job on the likeness. Originally, when I first saw the original prototype images for Gandalf, I thought it was quite strong, quite good. But someone mentioned Robert De Niro, and I could not get it out of my head. Whereas here, I don't really see that anymore.
Yeah.
And I like what they're doing here, just kind of showing, you know, just like how many different heads is there? It was like 20, 30 of them or something. I can't remember how many there was. I checked the video very, very quickly. But yeah, look, I think it's good. It's en route to being... They're if it turns out like this, and from the promotion images that I've seen of this and all the little detail and the tiny little accessories like and stuff he comes with, they look like they're on track to be 2 for 2.
Yeah,
but no, Lord of the Rings, like, you know, love the original trilogy. Watch it every time before I go to New Zealand. The place is amazing. Yeah, I don't really have too much to add. I'm a fan of the film. I'm a fair weather fan of Lord of the Rings, put it that way. And I just got to pass on this because I just don't love it. But it's, yeah, subjectively, objectively, whatever you look at, it looks super.
Yeah, definitely, bro. It does. It is definitely an amazing piece to have. Again, it's just me going down that road. It's just not going to happen for me specifically. Not within that wheelhouse to actually have something like this in my collection. What about you, Calvin? What you think about this, bro?
I'm right there with Shane. This is for P-Rock. I know you're talking shit somewhere right now about the fact that I still haven't finished the series, but I'll get there eventually since you set me up with that 4-hour, week-long damn movie. But this looks phenomenal. That shit looks crazy. It looks like it's really him as far as I'm concerned. Shit, that's Magneto. It's right there with a thick-ass beard. So I have not. I still need to see the last movie. I will do so. I'll get around to doing it. Thank you guys for those that told me that I can get away with watching just the original version, so I don't feel like I'm dying inside. But I look forward to seeing that last one and then actually finishing it off. But as far as figure collecting goes, not for me. But this is absolutely phenomenal right here.
Yeah, it definitely is, bro. And again, not taken away from, you know, the artistry, the pure artistry of this piece. Definitely something that, you know, for those who are fans, for those who, you know, want to have this in their collection, I know they're going to be excited. I know they are going to be excited. I know it's something that they can't wait to get their hands on. And I'm definitely excited for you. I know you can't wait, but for me, again, going down this rabbit hole, and then with I have to be very, very selective about what I get from InArt. You know, I got the Joker. The next figure that I'm getting, I mean, that I've already paid off. Everything is ready. It's just they got to send it. You know, shipping's already paid for, and that's just, you know, the Batman all-in set. You know, that is the next one, and then I guess they did say that they're going to do the BVS Ben Affleck Batman. You know, so there you go. You know, a lot of people who were, you know, expecting to get that. I think when John said that they already are in phase of doing that figure.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble, bro. It definitely in trouble.
You're gonna see a lot of BVS Batmans go up for sale.
I'm in trouble.
You'd be like, damn, there's 30 of them on here.
Yeah, bro. Like, so they are doing the BVS Batman, and they said they are still doing the Henry Cavill. You know, so I'm guessing that they're going to do both BVS and they're going to do the Superman version as well from BVS. You know what I mean? They're going to do that. They're doing that. So a lot of people who I know I'll get it, you know, because I love that suit. I'm right there with you, Dan. That suit was incredible. The closest that you get, you know, to like just that Dark Knight type of look. And it was incredible. So they're doing that, you know, so there's a couple of things that they actually still have, you know, teetering down the pipeline that's worth getting. So again, I have to be selective when we talk about InArt and their figures. Yes. They're very expensive pieces, bro. Like literally, you know what I mean? And I don't want to run into that same situation with the Joker, bro. I just don't. So I don't, bro. I really, really, really don't. Because we like that whole experience, bro. Like you know, we got it around the same time, you know what I mean? But then like that whole experience of the shipping, but we know, but at the same time, we know. And bro, here's the crazy part. There are people who got it through this company that are still waiting. That's not you, is it, Calvin? Is it? I hope it's not.
He's just not gonna say nothing. He's like, I don't even want to talk about it.
Calvin, is that you, bro? Is it you? Damn. Fuck.
The cold part is it's around the corner at the facilities, but they're closed on Sunday, so I can't. I just got the notice that it arrived this morning, but I can't go get it. And it still says it delivers Tuesday, so hopefully they'll drop it off early tomorrow. But
so it's right there.
It's right, right there next.
I leave for Vegas tomorrow morning.
It's just right there.
I leave for Vegas for work, and I won't be home till probably well after midnight, so I still won't get it till Tuesday. So
okay, well, listen.
When you do, first of all, I'm glad you're getting it. Second of all, when you do, first thing you do, you check if those sculpts are stuck to the bottom of the tubes, and you check if they're different.
Okay. First thing I do. Trust me, I'm coming home from Vegas straight to that box if it's here. That's what I'm looking for. So it's already here. That's the first order of business.
I'll pre-warn you, just like everybody has been said, because Shane said it, Dan, you said it.
The box is big as fuck.
Well, not even that. I'm going to show you what you're going to necessarily probably need. If I can find it.
The problem is my wife will be the one to get the box at the door. And I got to hear what the hell is this?
Bro, make sure.
They gave it to me. That's what I'll be like. They gave it to me. They gave it to me. It's free.
How much was won it in a competition?
$30.
Make sure. Bro. Make sure you got a pair of tweezers. I'm just going to tell you that. Make sure you got some tweezers to futz around the collar and open that collar to put that head sculpt on.
Okay.
Because it's a bitch to put the head sculpt on, bro. It is. To get that neck in without wrinkling the collar. And it's a bitch. So make sure you have that, bro. Make sure you have that. But
I think I have just about majority of all the tools that we all need.
He's ready, man. He's ready to get it.
Hey, bro. These figures scare me. I'll be honest with you. When you talk about the crease in the collar and shit, I'm thinking like, damn, I gotta buy a small iron, little tiny iron,
little 6-scale iron,
maybe a little steamer and shit. The steam is
bro.
Oh shit!
I got these right here. I had to make sure I got these little tweezers because bro, it's a bitch. Like I'm not gonna front. It is definitely a bitch when you're trying to really maneuver around that head sculpt. But other than that, bro, it is a work of art. It is.
So I've been told. So I mean, I've watched every video that all you guys have put out there. So I'm just patiently waiting the best I can.
Well, you're right there.
Even to know that it's literally it's like 2 miles down the street right now, and I'm like,
bro,
of course I can't go grab it.
You were just a turtle head away, bro. So you good.
Jesus.
You were right there, bro. Don't even worry about it. We got you. Anyway, I gotta jump into this next thing here, bro, because like I said, this is without a doubt. This was an experience and a half for me, bro. Like it was an experience and a half for me, almost that I hated, bro. I was like, bro, Cam, you don't know how much, bro. I typed out a full thing that I was questions that I was going to ask you, but I had to fight the urge to ask.
It's so hard, right? You like,
bro. So
I think last time that happened, I forgot what movie it was, but you were like, I'm not going to ask you all the questions. You just tell me this. So like, I was like, all right. I was like, I'm gonna try,
bro. I just kept erasing. I was erasing everything. I would type and then I would go back. I would type and I go back. I said, fuck it. I'm not going to say shit. Because there was so much that I want to know, and it was the pressure of knowing and how they set it up. And again, this is a non-spoiler discussion, but I would just say for me, bro, just for me, again, the reason why I'm bringing this up is not to tell everybody else what they should think. This is what I think, and based on my experience, based on even, the track record of seeing pretty much every comic book adaptation and film that was out there. Now, mind you, this is not a live action interpretation. So when you're thinking about Endgame and you're thinking about Infinity War and you're thinking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or when you're thinking about the Winter Soldier as far as the film, those are live adaptations of films, interpretations of a storyline, which they've actually changed. We know that. This is more of a comic book film because of the animation style, what they actually used in it. So this is my interpretation. This is why, for me, I put up my post and said it is the best comic book film that I have ever seen because of the experience that I actually got from it, because of how they did the multiverse, just because of Miles's story, because of Gwen's story, just how some of the characters were portrayed. Miguel O'Hara was a beast. Everything that I basically saw from this film gave me everything that I needed. And then the setup going into the second part of the film, of this trilogy, bro, it was incredible. And to the point where I've seen it multiple times. We're going to go see it again. This time, take the kids, because we didn't do it before. But this time, take the kids and actually go see it. But bro, I can't say enough about it. Has it changed my mind as far as getting that Miguel O'Hara character? Hell no, still hasn't. I'm not getting that piece, bro. It's just not gonna happen. I can't, because it just doesn't look right aesthetically. But I love the character interpretation. Cam, your thoughts now that you are finally able to talk about it,
yes,
but not giving away anything, of course. What were your thoughts about this, bro?
Yeah, I would say Sony has finally found their pot of gold at this point, because there's been so many different struggles with not just accuracy, but also following certain stories that they seem to just have flop after flop as far as films. Yeah. But with this animated version of Miles Morales and the Spider-Verse story, they've honestly struck gold, I think. And I think honestly that's why we're seeing another film after this, because they want to keep this streak going as long as possible, for W's. And I will say that Tom Holland himself even said yesterday that this film is the best Spider-Man series so far. And I have to agree too. I think not only the storyline as well as the action in the film, but the enrichment, I think, of New York, and not only African-American as well as Spanish culture that was involved in this film really, really was a bright side to it. The first film we heard like a little bit of Spanish, like, okay, mommy, thank you, bye. You know what I'm saying? But this one, it was like full Spanish language going on, or either Spanglish as well. Mm-hmm. So for me, I just thought the film all around was really, really good. I do think towards the end, I felt like it was they try to stretch out the last like 30 minutes of the film. And I'm excited to see where the actual villain of the film actually goes in the next film coming up next year in March. But yeah, hella spoilers, a lot of action. I loved it, man. It was a great film.
Yeah, bro. It was, again, there's so much I could say about this film, bro. And it was just phenomenal for me. It made it worth it for me to actually pre-order that Miles figure, because that's incredible. I still don't know why they didn't drop Gwen yet. They're probably going to drop it this week. I don't know.
We got to get a Spider-Punk, bro. Like, they have to drop a Spider-Punk. That would be crazy if they do, because I think a lot of people were like 100%. Really surprised at how cool that character was in the film too. So,
bro, like that
I
character.
Picked up the other one. And after the movie, I went and looked it up to see if I could get me one. And then when I saw it again, I said, "That's not even the one from the movie. I don't even want this."
No, it's totally different.
It ain't got the same specs. It's completely. I was like, "Nah, if they're gonna do it, I need this one right
here."
Yeah. It was definitely that character portrayal in the film was fucking phenomenal, bro. Like, I love the way they portrayed him on in this film. He was definitely incredible. Dan, did you saw it, right?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on it, bro?
Man, I think it's hands down the best Spider-Man movie of all of them, in my opinion. Arguably top 3 superhero movie in general, man. I think it was fantastic. The story, the emotions that this movie brings. I love the Latino representation, of course. For me, it was just a really dope movie, man. Like, I can't wait for the next one. And like figure wise, man, there's just so much they can do with this. Like, the cameos, incredible. Won't say much on that. Just mind blowing.
Yeah.
And I just feel like this was truly what like a multiverse film should have been, should be, and the way they explain it, it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal film. I need to see this again, man. Damn, like I'm definitely gonna get the Miles Morales figure. Still doesn't justify why 2099 is the way it is. the figure, like, I don't understand what the hell's going on. Yeah, there's just so many badass characters, including 2099 himself. Like, this is the music in this movie, amazing. Oh my god, is everything just like it was perfect. I think it was one of the best. It is the best Spider-Man movie, hands down. And man, I really can't wait for the next one, man. Like this, anyone who goes to watch this movie, bring your kids, bring everybody. It's a great movie. It's a great watch. And I think, most people will be happy with it. So
yeah, definitely. I like how they've woven everything together. I mean, again, like I said, people going into it and people who haven't seen it, it is a multiversal experience, but how they've woven it together. They've taken every film, every Spider-Man film, and woven it all.
Everything Spider-Man.
Everything Spider-Man.
Not
like
even films.
Not even films. You're right. Like everything Spider-Man has been woven in to this film, and I think they did it. It was done excellent. Of course, people have seen the trailers. Like Spider-Man India is cool as fuck. Like I love that figure. Like that character. I mean, hopefully we get it in figure form. Spider-Punk was dope. Spider-Woman was dope. This was basically you get a chance to see Gwen at her finest. I love the way they that whole opening sequence was effing incredible.
It was dope, man. That was dope.
It was so dope. Miguel, oh my god, bro, like literally like that character, and I hope we're definitely
Hot Toys did him so dirty, man.
What'd you say?
So Hot Toys did him so dirty, man.
It did him so dirty, bro. I'm like,
kills me. After watching the movie, it pisses me off more. Like,
bro. Like, I'm like, he was so dope in the film, bro, and was a beast. Like, literally.
Don't worry. Just wait and see what InArt does.
Definitely. Shane, you said you got a chance to see this film, bro. Your take on it, bro.
I'm going to go in a bit of an unusual direction with this. Songs that get a lot of radio play typically are around 3 minutes. There's actually I don't have to explain this to you, Lael, but like there is that sweet spot in terms of song length to get radio airplay. Yeah. And obviously the problem with that is when people are trying to hit that sweet spot of song length, then the structures start to fall into a formula and everything starts sounding the same. So you might have a hit, you might get your 15 minutes of fame, you might make a bit of money, but will people still be listening to your music in 10, 20, 30, 50 years' time? Will people still be wearing your t-shirt in 50 years' time? Have you created a piece of lasting art or not? Sadly, a lot of these kind of one-hit wonders aren't, because they're playing to the formula. This does the opposite. This is a very, very original piece of content, an original piece of art. And I think they've torn up the playbook a lot of time in the first movie, and they continue on very, very nicely. And it just flows. The whole movie flows very well. And I think it is very original. That's what I liked about it. It's kind of going back to a point that actually Dean the Dream made on, I think it was on Ben Thomas' show or something like that. But I saw him, he was talking about the 71-year-old Keaton Batman, was asked, which one's the one to get, 89 or Keaton? And he made the point, he said, well, probably Keaton, because people are still talking about that movie now because it's it's etched into lore or cinema history, where we don't even know if this movie is going to be good or not upcoming, and will people still be watching 10, 20, 30 years time? Who knows? And for me, when I think about this, I think people still be watching this movie and talking about this movie and referencing this movie and how important it is in 5, 10, 15 years. And I can tell a bunch of different things, like not just the story they tell, but the animation of the designs. You look at Miguel O'Hara, Hot Toys did do him dirty. I don't want to give anything away, but his suit is noticeably amazing looking. The sketches, the way that on his face, the way Lael says it's a comic book movie, You can still see some of the sketch lines on his face. It's like, I love that. It's almost like, that's how artists work. Okay, so they draw the basic shape of the head and the neck and the body and the pose, and then they start to add lines, and eventually they rub out those lines and stuff like that. And a lot of it's done digitally now. But this here, I absolutely love that the music is on point. It flows so well. The pacing, the editing of it, just to maintain that flow. There was no parts I didn't like. All different characters, the action. I'm sign me up. I said last week, the layering in that Miles Morales casual look got me. But depending whether I get it or not, would depend on see this movie. And I think I might get through the Flash movie without buying anything. I just have a hunch. I'm skeptical in the DCU, but this movie here, I think this is a bloody strong movie, and I really enjoyed it. And I think I do want that Miles after seeing
that
this.
Miles, bro.
Yeah, 5 stars for me. Love it. Can't wait to see it again.
Yeah, it definitely it just hit every beat for me. And like everybody's been saying, the strong suit was the soundtrack, and the soundtrack it fit every scene, every single scene, every scene that hit. It just made it. And bro, how crisp. How crisp the animation was. They took the animation from the last film and just took it up a notch with this. They took it on a level that I'm like, yo, this right here is how it should be done. It is definitely how it should be.
Have y'all heard the album?
Yeah, I was bumping it last night on the way home.
Check it out, bro. It's all produced by Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
So it's like A$AP Rocky finally back. He finally got a song out here. He's not babysitting no more, so good for him. So like he ain't babysitting that kid no more. Get in the studio, A$AP. Come on.
Yeah.
But no, it's crazy. It reminds me of the when Kendrick Lamar produced the first Black Panther album. That's what it reminds me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. It like literally it was beat by beat. Everything from the soundtrack was just on point. It was what you wanted. And the most, and like you touched on this, Dan, and which is really important for people to really realize, is that the representation in this film was not forced. It was done beautifully. A lot of people were, again, we got Miguel O'Hara, we got, of course, Miles, we got Spider-Man Mumbaro, we got, Spider-Punk, we got Spider-Woman, which one of the things that I saw, the negatives that I actually saw in here was the interpretation of Spider-Woman. Mind you, this is the multiverse, so it's a different, and the directors even explained why they chose this particular version, where we're going to go. And they said the second film, you have to understand where this is going and the importance of having this. But they really, really didn't care. It was the importance of actually having this representation on screen. But I think they did it beautifully. And to finally see it play out. Here's the thing, Dan, it was funny because I'm like, yo, it's great interpretation. It just happens that we got a Latino version of Spider-Man, which happens to be one of the most successful films, you know what I mean, so far, which it tripled what it actually made so far, almost from the last film in its opening. So it says so much. So that's what I'm saying. We still need to succeed and go forward with interpretation or representation, because it definitely does. And they give us the best of both sides. And I just think that this movie was beautifully done. But it's just that, of course, when there's good, there's always going to be bad. And a lot of people don't realize, and they don't understand that, how everyone, even getting the chance to see Peter back with his child, like, bro, I loved his scenes. Every scene, bro. It was one scene in particular, bro, that had me dying the entire time. And I think y'all know it, when he was trying to get Peter to do something. He was trying to get Miles to do something to calm him down. Right? He just kept on it.
The humor was really good in it as well.
Yeah.
And it was there was nothing forced about it. It was like conversational, situational humor. No goats. There was no cheesy one-liners. It was just like awkward situations, whether it was to do with parenting or friendships or. Yeah. I don't want to give anything away, but do you remember when I don't know. I can't say that. One of the spider people were introducing themselves, and they made a joke about kind of like training. We'll say that's the best way I could say it without.
Yeah.
There's a really subtle training about the training goals that just cracked me up. Like because I want to get this, not this. It was just priceless. But I don't want to.
Yeah, bro. Like it was crazy because when we watched it and Toya said what she was saying, I'm looking at it. I was like, damn, that is some shit Dan would do. Yeah, that's some shit right there. Yeah, Dan would say some shit like that. Bro, it was just rotating through my head the entire time, bro. I was like, yo, that's some funny ass shit. But nah, man, the thing is, it was like the humor in this film was nice. Everything was nicely placed. And then it's like knowing that the second half of this film comes in March.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
I didn't even know that until Cam said it. So
yeah.
Yeah. They have it on the Instagram now. They already like the date and everything that's gonna drop.
Yeah, but it's not, and I'm so glad that this all came before again we see the strike. You know what I mean? The film was already done. They're just in that editing process, so it's nothing that has to be redone or whatever. They're even like because even like the guy who did the soundtrack was like, yo, if you like the soundtrack from this one, just wait till the next one. Like, wait till you hear like what they're doing with the next one. And then we already know, and this is not a spoiler because they've basically been talking about this from now. And here's, and I'm going to ask everybody this question. Do you think that, and Cam, I'm going to start with you first, because this is something that when you see the film, you'll understand that it was a no-brainer. They make it even more evident in this film that we're going to see a live action Miles Morales. So we already know that based on this film, based on what you see in this film. Do you think it might be introduced at the end of the next film?
I would think so. I don't know. That's hard, man, because like I feel like, all right, so this version of Miles Morales, the animated version, is such a moneymaker for them. Of course, Sony is going to continue to keep the rights to him and be able to create more movies with Miles Morales, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to cut it short or if they want to like do more after this, because you never know with Sony, because they are working on what Spider-Man 4, right? Which actually stopped production because of the writer's strike currently right now. So maybe they're gonna maybe we'll have a solution by the end of the year, and then maybe we'll see a cameo at the end of it. I think that would be cool. Of course, what's the gentleman that plays Miles? Malik, what's his name?
Shamik.
Yeah. Shamik Moore, right?
Yeah.
I feel like he's already, his voice is what we know when we close our eyes, we think of Miles, right? But they would have to, of course, get somebody younger.
He's too old.
Yeah, he's way too old.
Too old.
He's like, I think he's 20. He's like in his.
They should have the dude who plays the PS4 or the PS5 Spider-Man.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe they would do it.
That kid's really young.
Because we all know they showed a little something with Spider-Man video games. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, well, maybe that other one will be related in this one too, and we'll see that version in the film. But that's a tough question, bro. Honestly, I hope so.
People were saying, do you know the dude from Cobra Kai?
Oh yeah, the kid, right?
Yeah, because he's young.
Yeah,
and he's got combat training. So
he does.
He's really young,
Yeah, he does. Because what is he like 15 in the film? So
I saw somebody do this, and then they basically created a art image of it, and I was like, oh wow. Okay. Somebody took the kid off of Blackish and created basically this particular version with of course, Tom Holland. And I was like, okay, there's hot, but of course this has also been floating around as well. Who could basically play, the live action version of Miles. To be quite honest, I think they already got the person. I believe
it's probably an actor we don't know about or somebody different, a fresh face that probably looks similar to it. Because all the speculation has probably been throwing people off anyway. So
it definitely has. But Donnie Leopard, I had to pull this up because it couldn't have been said any more beautifully, bro. This film is what happens when you let the creatives cook without a lot of interference, bro. And I am definitely right there. I concur. They let the directives cook. And here's the thing, and I said this before, bro. Who is it? What are their names? I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting their names.
The directors, or
the directors.
So one of them's Joaquin dos Santos.
Yeah,
and another one is something Cook is his name, I think.
Yeah,
Cook.
Lord. Yeah, them, and then you have Lord and Miller. Miller.
Yep.
Lord and Miller. This themselves, literally, and I said this the other day, and I stand by it. This was a middle finger. This was a fucking middle finger, not just to the MCU. I'm not gonna say the MCU, but to Disney and Lucasfilms for dismissing them in their vision. Honestly, it was. Again, like you said, when you let the leads cook and get their idea out there, you never know what you might see. And I think that they did such a great job with this, and they did, hands down. I honestly believe it. That they killed it. Live action. Now I want to see their solo movie. Yes, a lot of people were saying, like, a lot of people were talking about it, because even when they interviewed Lord and Miller, that was one of the things that came up. Do you think that we would have got this interpretation for Solo? And they said no, they had a totally different vision for it, but that was still paying homage. It was just a direction that Disney didn't want to go because they thought it was a risk, or it was too risky of what the stuff that they actually put in, and they didn't understand it. So they didn't want to bend the knee on that. So they just decided, just to go a totally different way and a totally different route, which I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. Again, greatly said, like I said, just to let them cook. But all in all, this film, again, I thought was phenomenal. It was a great, it was a breath of fresh air. And here's the thing, because even when I went into, and I'm not gonna lie, when I went into Guardians, I didn't have a lot of, the anticipation was there, of course, but I wasn't as excited as I was because of the track record that we've gotten these last couple of years with Marvel films. I honestly, and I have to be completely honest, I was not as excited at all. And that's a sad thing to say, that I literally wasn't as excited as I should have been. But going into this, because I know what we got from that first film, and I knew what was anticipated, I was like, you know what? I'm good. I can't wait to see it. And I think this is like for the summertime. We got like this. We got the Flash. When is the Flash? At the end of the month?
16th.
It's the 16th?
Yeah, 16th.
It's the 14th here.
Oh, is it? Oh,
how is it the 14th in Ireland, and it's made about 10 minutes away from you? That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
That's wild.
Word. So yeah, but it's definitely exciting. Like, I can't wait. We got the Flash coming up. Word of mouth on that is good so far. So it is definitely looking good. We got Transformers next week. Are you going to see Transformers?
Yeah, I'm going Monday. I'm going Monday. Yeah,
I gotta go see it too, bro. I'm gonna go.
I'm just like, I don't know. I just gotta go see it. So
use your words. Like, my Transformers, the Generation 1, the 80s and 90s, and the movie, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, do you ever go back and just watch that clip when Prime arrives at the start of the movie? You got the touch, and he absolutely destroys everyone.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And he looks like a truck. But then when it was Michael Bay did all his Transformers movies, and he didn't really have that same look. But whereas in Bumblebee and this, he looks like the truck again. He actually has a proper mouth plate, and
right.
Yeah, he actually. I go see it just for that, man.
Yeah,
that's what he's supposed to look.
I definitely. I told myself I'm gonna go see it because of the simple fact. Again, Dan, we got more representation in this film. Mm-hmm. And again, Bumblebee was good, and word of mouth so far about this film, a lot of people are saying that it's pretty good.
Yeah.
That it is something that's, and on top of that, they said surprisingly one of the breakout stars of it is Pete Davidson.
Motherfucker. That guy just keeps winning. Damn,
yeah, bro. Like Pete Davidson, they saying that
can't be stopped. Somebody gotta stop him.
Yeah, they gotta stop him, bro. They was like Pete Davidson is like a breakout.
He's gonna be dating Michelle Pfeiffer next week, and we're gonna all lose our shit. We're gonna be like, all right, man.
Right, Cal, I didn't get to you about this film, bro. About Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, bro. But your thoughts when you walked in and you saw it in the theater, bro. Like, what was your experience like without your wife?
So with that being said, I just booked I'm 2 IMAX tickets for tonight, so I'll take her tonight. But,
my man.
And she'll still end up falling asleep, which will piss me off. But anyway, this movie was literally a masterpiece of art and poetry in motion. Mm-hmm. From the first stroke of the colors, the visuals, the animation, the storyline, the music, the shit's flawless. And I still, just because one is the original, I still have one just ahead of that, but this shit is right below it. So this is a 1-2 punch as far as I'm concerned. This shit is fire.
Yeah.
And for anybody that has not seen it, like I just told Uncle Keith in the chat, go see that shit now. Because you're tripping. It needs to be seen. It needs to be supported. I love all the representation across the board. I mean, they hit all kind of nationalities in this film. And it's just a beautiful thing to see on the screen. So I highly endorse this. And if you haven't seen it, grab your wife, grab your kids, go to the movies. It's a good day to be out.
It's definitely a good day to be out, bro. It's such a beautiful film. Again, homage to the directors, the actors, how humble and Haley Steinfeld. She's winning too, bro. Yeah. She's winning. And everything she's in, she is winning. She's winning in life in general, bro. That's
a bad mother right there.
She's a beautiful young lady, bro. Like straight up, like she is winning. Like straight up, she's winning. You know, but yo, I think again, all around, even the actress who plays his mom is beautiful, bro. Like, she is. You remember her from New York Undercover, bro?
Come on, man. You know I do.
Wait a second.
LaGuerta from Dexter. Stop playing, man.
Because
she get it all day and 3 times on Sunday. Shit.
What I'm going to say is a little bit more conservative than that, but I'm sitting in the movie and I have Megan to my left and then Megan's younger sister to the left, and it's the scene where no, I don't want to say anything. She's on screen, Miles' mom, and I turned around and I said to Megan, is it wrong that I'm a little bit attracted to the Latino mom who's animated?
Dude, I said that. Yeah, I know.
She just said smile. She was like, no, you're not wrong.
Bro,
she's got great features,
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, bro.
The real one too. It's hearing the voice, seeing the animation, because it's already gorgeous as it is, but knowing who it is behind the voice.
Yeah,
I was on screen like,
yeah, bro. Like the actors were perfectly selected. Like these people were perfectly selected. Everybody who basically plays these characters, it was phenomenal. And the thing is, it's just like you can't imagine anybody else playing these roles. Like you can't, like down, and that's the thing is like it makes it like you said, this is going to be a film, Shane, that people are going to watch. It's going to be a cult classic where people will watch it all the time. Like every year, there were some people who said that they basically watch Into the Spider-Verse every holiday. It's what they basically watch. And somebody put this out here, and I was just thinking about this earlier. We need to get an Irish Spider-Man, and Shane, you need to play that role, bro. We do.
When you talk about representation, isn't Gwen's father? His heritage is Irish.
And
yeah, he says it. Yeah.
And Miguel,
an Irish cop, shocking.
Bro, but Miguel O'Hara is half Irish as well. So
I'm guessing it's the second half.
Right.
So definitely he is, bro. Like, so yeah, man.
One other thing real quick. So my older brother, born and raised in New York, I think he came to Cali around 14, 15. He's Yankees, Knicks, 100% New York, right? He is not a movie guy at all. I've been trying to sit his ass down for classics all my life. He will not do it. I think he would sit down and watch this. The fact that it's New York, the fact that it's, you know, a black lead, and the music, because he's a DJ by profession, I think his ass would actually sit down and enjoy this. So I may have to give it a shot. And it, you know, Brooklyn. Well, he's from the Queens and Bronx originally, but just y'all know how you New Yorkers are. Y'all don't care about the like against each other. Y'all about the boroughs, but New York is New York.
Right.
So, New York is New York, bro. That as long as you represent New York City, bro. In general, it doesn't
I think he would be with it.
We talk about the boroughs amongst each other, like what's the greater borough? Okay, you know what I mean, like Queens all day. I'm just gonna say that right now. I don't care where you from, Bronx, Brooklyn, whatever.
Yeah, throw that in there.
Queens all day, Ocean Village. That's what I'm talking about. Coliseum, the bridge is what it is. I'm telling you, all day. This is what we got.
But anyway, for those of you that don't know, this is that New York shit I was talking about. See how I just opened the window and see how you just went in.
I'm sorry. It is what it is.
They take an inch, you give them an inch, they just go off on a mile.
Yep, just kept going.
I didn't ask for all that. You know what I'm saying? And you see how his lingo changed too. My brother does that shit too. He'll be 100% Cali, and then as soon as you say New York, you know what I'm saying, son? You know, it's gully.
Everything, bro. I'm telling you.
How do you switch like that?
Bro, we got everything. We got the best MCs. We got the best food. We got the best females. Everything.
You ain't got the best weather. I don't know about the best females. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can say about that one. Cali all day. West Coast is the best coast. Don't get it started. Come on.
Yeah, that's my boy right there. Yeah.
Hey, yo, listen.
I don't smoke weed. But what do they say about Cali? Weed, women, weather.
Bro, listen.
Dan's thumbs up. It's like, yeah,
bro. I don't even gotta say nothing. Cal got me,
bro. Listen.
I got North Cal. I got SoCal. We got Cali represented in the house. You know
bro, listen. I will say this. You know, we got people out there saying Brooklyn, but listen, man. Listen. I will say this. The West Coast, in my opinion, is that. It is definitely that thing because it is. I mean, you go out to the West Coast, you don't even want to leave. You know what I mean? Like it is.
All my New Yorkers, where do they live at? In California.
But I will say this: Roscoe's Chicken and Roscoe's it's some bullshit.
You went to the wrong one.
Anaheim was bullshit.
It was a lie.
That's one of the most. That's one of the shittiest ones.
I keep telling y'all, come back. We'll go to the hood. We'll get you some real service. Come on down. We'll take care of y'all. I didn't even know you then, but when I heard that story, I was like, they did y'all like that? I feel upset. I was upset. I was like, nah, they can't do y'all like that,
bro.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
It's Toya coming through Pennsylvania.
Okay, PA.
I'm saying it is what it is. It is what it is. We all representing somewhere. Shane is like, but
yeah, I'm East Coast Drogheda here, lads. That's a joke for the one Irish person that will watch this and DM me going, hey, I watched that. That was funny.
What's funny is that the Yankees are in town this weekend at the Dodgers. The Yankees never play the Dodgers. Like, for whatever reason, the way their conferences are set up, the Yankees never come to Dodger Stadium. Like, if you want to catch the Yankees in LA, you got to go to Anaheim. You got to go to watch them at the Angels Stadium. They're at LA all weekend. So all my New York family, they went and was up there Friday night. I missed it because I got off work late. But yeah, but again, where y'all at? They in LA, so it is what it is.
I'm saying. It is what it is all day. Anyway, great show, everybody out there. It's been a blast, man. Great conversations all around. Thank you guys for being here. Everybody who's out there in the chat, basically that's been, listening to us the entire time. If you haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse, go see it right now, because I guarantee you somewhere in that film, you're going to find Dan. But definitely it's going to be incredible. We got a $5 super chat by my man Mike He said, my wife is from Queens and I've lived there, but any love for New Jersey, Leo? What's up? Yo, Dirty Jersey. It is all day, man. Dirty Jersey. That's what we call
you know what's crazy though? You think about it, the Snyderverse, Gotham was in New Jersey. There you go. Y'all got New Jersey.
That's a representation. That's what I'm saying.
Way to go.
Y'all out here. Day. Yeah. He said, and I lived in Cali, but come on, East Coast is still the best.
Okay. Yeah, he can say that during June and July, but come January, February, let's see where he want to be.
June, July, East Coast is like hot, bro. Like it's like
that's what I'm saying.
Too hot.
But
like, you can't breathe.
Let that winter hit
right now.
Let that winter hit. See where y'all want to be. I'm gonna be right here in Cali with the sun at
DC not that bad
degrees.
for winter, so I'm okay. All right.
Yo, DC, but I'm gonna tell you like this: DC in the wintertime is love, bro.
Yeah,
like if you
look nice, bro. Like
DC, if you live in DC in the wintertime is the cuffing season, bro. That's where you want to go for cuffing season.
It is.
That's what it is.
People's messages probably go crazy over here.
It's
winter season.
I don't know all day, man. All day, every day. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. Dan, what you got going on, bro?
Got that Luke whenever that thing shows up. I got that coming in, so review for that. And then I also got Anna Marie, the SooSoo Toys Rogue, that should be coming soon.
Nice.
I don't know where the hell it's at, but it should be coming. It's on its way. So whenever that thing shows up, I'm excited. I was super excited for that.
Yeah, bro, can't wait.
You know, as always, LWO, my boys, you know, Marco, Mario, Joao, P-Rock, me, myself, and Dre. So yeah, check us out Fridays. I don't know who's hosting
Black Man out. See how you left
Black Man out? That was my bad, dude. I forgot.
I'm right here in front of it.
Hey, I forget a lot of things. I even forget to plug it sometimes. My bad, Cal. But yeah, you know, you already know. You're on the belt. You know what's up.
Right, y'all see, I got upgraded, right? I was like, oh, so y'all might as well call me Rosa Parks. Why you got me at the end of the bus?
Hey, that was Mario. I didn't design the belt.
Bro, they upgraded you to Dominican. They upgraded you to Dominican. So you on your way up, bro. You on your way up. You already know how that goes. Calvin, what's going on with you, bro? What can we expect,
man? Wednesday, say what? Friday, LWO with my brother Dan right here, you know what I'm saying? And the rest of the fellas. And wherever else, you know, I get invites all day long. Y'all never know where I'll pop up, you know, and I still need to get with Shane. Now that you're off, it's my work schedule's the problem. I just don't know when or where I work. It's where they'll actually have a schedule.
No problem,
where I
man.
know days ahead, but I'll get with you at some time. And
yeah, like bar the I'm going to Portugal for a while. And going to Sri Lanka for a while, so but apart from that, I'll hit me up.
You're going to Portugal and you're going to Sri Lanka, bro?
Yeah, one of my friends getting married. Game over, man. Game over. So I got to go to that wedding. And the second one then, Megan's part Sri Lankan, so we're going to go over there. So I'm looking forward to that. But that's going to be like 2.5 weeks of the summer. So yeah, look, I'll work around your schedule. I tend to do that with divisions anyways, best as I can. So no problem, man.
Sounds good. Man, you got my eyes rolling in the back of my head about some memories of a Sri Lankan. I'm like, Sri Lanka. Okay.
What is that?
Eyes in the road, man. Eyes in the road. You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Like, cut that part out right there.
Wow. Stage. What the fuck? Hold up. What the hell, Brendan?
Butt neck is in the building?
Butt neck is in the building? Talking about it's time for some cheeks. Come on, man. Anyway, Shane's passport is on tilt all the time.
Sri Lankan cheeks at that. But okay,
Sri Lankan cheeks. Let's go talk about Cam.
Christ.
What you got?
Yeah, while in the day. It's Shane, you off, right? You out for the summer?
Yeah. I finished up Friday, so got a few different calls to make and a few different things to grade, but essentially, yeah. So,
ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see so much content from Shane. Okay, when Shane is off, he goes bonkers. Okay, this is how he got to 1,000 so fast last year, and I was like, God, dog. I was like, this dude
school's out for the summer, motherfuckers.
I hope one of your students saw that.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, they definitely found the channel.
Oh shit!
Yeah. But like, again, like, as like,
they found his channel. They didn't find this one.
Yeah. That's true. It's true. Okay. Right? But like, I definitely had confirmation they've 100% found it. Like, but they're kind of, it's a good look. It's a good school, and they were an iPad school, so they're kind of used to kind of etiquette of things to do and don't online, stuff like that. Yeah. Plus, like, there's a filter on my on my channel. You can set your settings so you can filter out certain words so they don't go straight on. Right. And it's just like, if I see anything that's like, okay, that's kind of abuse, instant block, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, but I haven't had any of that yet. So
hell yeah.
That's good.
Yo,
someone's got to clip that. That was great.
Yeah. No, it was.
Somebody out there. Hold up. Wait a minute. Don't clip it and put it up though. Like, this, clip it and send it to us privately.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Just do it that way. Don't put it up. Just do it privately. There you go. What you say, Sam?
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me as always, bro. So I'm gonna go see Transformers on Monday. I'll have a review, non-spoiler review, dropping on Tuesday. I'm currently reviewing this Mandalorian Luke Skywalker DX. So I'm gonna drop that sometime this week. Before I have to give it back to the rightful owner.
Yeah,
it's not mine. So yeah, man. But thank you for having me as always, bro. I appreciate it. It's fun being on here for sure.
Oh yeah, bro. As always, man. If you haven't already, Cam's collection again, roll to 1,000. Get Cam to 1,000 subscribers. Please get over to that channel if you haven't already. If you are here right now, just simply head over there and subscribe, man. Easy. It's just easy peasy. Come on, let's go all day, every day. Cam should do movie reviews. He would be great. He does.
I do. Look at that.
Head on over there. Iron King, head on over to do those reviews, because that's what we're gonna get it. So that's what we're talking about. That's incredible, bro. That's all day, every day. Shane, what's going on with you, man?
As usual, man, thanks very much for the invite. It's just a staple. It's a really nice way to round off the week, like, you know. Obviously I'm extra giddy today, like, but Cam's not wrong, man. There's a storm coming, Mr. Wayne. We got shorts, we got longs, we got mediums. Yeah, we got it. So there's obviously the usual shorts. I still haven't got around to recording and editing the review for the DX23 Luke and the DX13 Mandalorian. I had to kind of reach out to Line Rock, say, look, they are coming. I just, obviously the last few weeks of work was pretty busy, but yeah, so they're going to come. Those two. I'm actually going to make a video entitled, which is dropping tonight. Basically, it's just tips for a clean DTOF display. Some of the tips can be taken and applied to anything, Modu cases, Costa cases, your muscle racks, whatever. And some of them are DTOF specific. If you can see,
look at that clean ass display.
They're very hard to see, but there's a tiny wire coming from the Luke, and the fusion reactors are powered on the top, but you can't really see the wires. So I basically spent a few days there wiring them, and I wasn't happy with these two here because you could still see some of the wires dropping down behind them. So yesterday I just started from scratch again, took them all out, organized a bit better behind, taped them down to the back legs, and I've got it looking a lot cleaner now. I am happy with that. So that video is going to be recorded straight after this, and it will be live tonight, basically. Just basically tips on how I maintain a clean display. The Dope Show, or I keep saying the Dope Show, man. Stop saying that. The Hope Show, different show. The Hope Show, episode 6 is the weekly streaming show that I do. It's Monday nights, Greenwich Mean Time, my time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Or midday on West Coast. So just got to cater for all these coasts. I've got an education here. Ben Thomas, I think I'm going to be on Ben Thomas's show tonight. I'm not sure if he's actually doing Let's Get Nuts, but we did mention it a week. So if he's doing that, I should be on that tonight. And just a lot of content's coming. So thanks very much. And so yeah,
as always, bro. Thanks for being here. I got this. I just got a feeling like, you know, when you go to like those museums and you see like those chains, like they'll have like those chains or like those like little barriers. It says, "Do not step beyond this space." I got a strange feeling that we don't see it at Shane's house, but behind him, it's like it says, "Do not step beyond this space, bro." Like,
it's actually it might be that if I ever have kids, but this door is actually open the vast majority of the time, right? And Megan catches me doing this stuff so often, right? So I have the door open. It's time to go to bed. I lock the doors, do security check. I turn on the alarm, and then I'll walk into this room and I'll click on all the lights with the app, and I'll just admire it for a second or two. And she'll walk by and catch me out, and I'll kind of go. She goes, "Saying goodnight to the lads, are you?" Because you know when you wire something up and you're like, "Oh man, that looks good." You get that little dopamine hit, and you're like, "Love this game," and you're admiring it because you got to do that. You got to do that with your collection, man. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, that's bro. Every day. I mean, you can't walk past your display without really admiring it and knowing, that's what job you've done, and be like, "Yo, this is dope as fuck." Like, you look at your collection, like, is this super dope? Lighting and everything. The only thing that hurts with that is when you get the damn electric bill. But other than that, it is what it is. But anyway, guys, thank you for being here. What's going on next? We have Comic Book Talk with Friends with me, Butt Naked Jason, and then Vinny. We're going to actually break down. Now, tomorrow, if you want a spoiler discussion, tomorrow's going to be that spoiler discussion tomorrow night. I was going to ask Cam, if you're not busy, I'm just throwing it out there, bro. You want to make an appearance on Comic Book Talk with Friends, because we are going to, that's going to be the entire discussion tomorrow night is about, this movie. So we're going to break it down frame by frame.
I can't. I'm going to go see Transformers tomorrow. I just thought about it.
Yeah, but what time are you going to see it?
Like 7. I think it gets out at like 9. What time's called start?
We don't go on to like
okay. All right. No, I'll be there then. I'll be there.
There you go. So definitely, like, you can just dip in, even if you dip in for a little bit. It's if you want to discuss it, we'll break it down frame by frame. So definitely we'll have you on there. But it will be a spoiler talk tomorrow. So definitely, if you are up tomorrow night, Comic Book Talk with Friends, we're going to break down Across the Spider-Verse. Cam basically show up. It's going to be an incredible show. Say What Wednesday, of course. All is invited. Whoever wants to come on. It's never a set panel. Whoever wants to make an appearance, stop on through. We'll get you through depending on who's going, what's going to drop this week. It's always based on that. We'll figure some shit out. It always is what it is. And then we got, of course, Figure Flex Friday. So yeah, it's a lot coming up. My collection tour video is done. The problem is it's the amount of minutes to upload. In the upload time, I have to compress it. I got to compress the video to put it up because it's not accepting it for some reason. So again, it will happen. It'll probably happen between today and this week. I don't know, but it's done. It's ready. So just expect that this week as well. But yeah, man, thank you guys for actually tuning in. Everybody out there, have a nice rest of your Sunday. Unfortunately, my black ass can't get to a beach because it's like 2.5 hours away. I wish we could, but I guess some other time we will. So I'll live vicariously through Shane, Dane, and Dan and Calvin. I'll just live through you guys.
Tell y'all about that East Coast, boy. Definitely.
Y'all about that East Coast. Yeah. Hold up, and I think Cam, you're closer to the beach than I am.
I'm like 2 hours. It's quite a ways.
And so still, you in the
Ocean City, like 2 hours from here. So
same shape, same shape.
I hear your guys' story, just to hear you guys talk about IKEA. I'm like, I got one like 30 minutes up the street, another one 30 minutes from that. But then to hear y'all got to take like a whole damn day trip.
Like 20 from IKEA. So for me, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I got an IKEA. The only IKEA in Ireland is about half an hour away. I'm just really lucky.
Bro, an hour and a half. Even when I lived in Australia, it was like 30 minutes away from me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But this, stop playing all day. Anyway, thank you guys for being there. Everybody out there, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Until next week, peace out. We love y'all, and let's go.